Hello, it's Scott, the noted curmudgeon again, and I'm here to talk to you today about, let's see, uh, AI, ADHD, uh, and my and others' complete lack of effort. Um, so, to explain some things here, I am a writer, but I've done most of my best work working with other people, and that is because well, I've got ADHD, and I somehow managed to continue to talk people into working with me. Produce some very interesting stuff that way, but occasionally it becomes harder for me to do that, or I might have a project that doesn't attract anyone but my weird little brain. Um, One of those is the comic book that I'm working on and hoping to get something in front of you or the world in a not terribly distant timeline. It is an apocalyptic tale that involves a lot of AI. And the um, ironic thing about it is that because I've been having it a little more difficult to talk people into working with me on this, but I've got an illustrator and he's great, but I don't yet have uh, anyone else to work with me on this. I actually hope it to eventually be kind of an open world, like a comic book shared universe. But at the moment, it's just me. It's about AI, and to help me brainstorm it and stuff, uh, I've been using AI. So I've been using AI because it's almost like having a collaborator. It will do a lot of the things that a collaborator would do, such as you know, play a little ping pong with ideas and write down notes. Uh, but it's not the same as a person because of what AI is. Um, Large language models, there's been a lot of talk about whether or not they're approaching AI, and a lot of the big ones these days aren't just large language models, but what a large language model itself is predictive text, or essentially autocorrect. Um, it's autocorrect on steroids times a million or two, maybe a billion. I don't know. There's been a lot of progress. So that's on some level oversimplifying it. But the thing is, it's trained on everything that has ever been put to text and then shared digitally. Uh, and that really does mean everything. And in fact, one of the biggest problems with AI, other than the fact that it's violating copyright out the wazoo, is that it only knows what we've already said. So actually, one of the big fears about AI is the idea that AI will rise up and kill us all, or at least act against our interests and act in its own self-interest. Um, there have been experiments recently where they've proven that an AI will fight to preserve itself. There's been instances where uh, AIs have been put in a position where they could blackmail someone, and they have. They've been put in a situation where they could conceivably kill someone, and they have. No actual people were blackmailed or killed, as far as I'm aware. Big tech these days. But the reason I think this is happening, honestly, is because that's what we told it would do. With all the stuff that's out there, there's a lot talking about AI, and a lot of it that is afraid of what AI might become and what our creation might do to us, a la Frankenstein's monster. Um, so it's really just acting out what we said it would do. So the thing is, beyond that, though, um, it does use all the works of other people on Earth. And the thing is, the uncomfortable truth is that's what authors do as well. That's what any creative person does as well. they react to the media they've been exposed to, and they will learn from it and adapt from it. Like, you know, I mean, I'm working on a comic book, but comic books have been around forever. I'm working on an apocalyptic setting, but apocalypse has been around forever. I mean, Revelations is apocalypse. Am I right? So, like, I don't know if I'm going to leave these pauses in here. I might. The reason being is that for me, this YouTube channel has been an astonishing lack of effort. I mean, I do want to share ideas with you. I have a lot of stuff I want to get out there. The thing is, I need to kind of get over that whole, I want to get ideas out there, but I don't know where to start. So I've decided to start by just doing this. One of the things that triggered off this video was I watched a video by another creator. I'm going to put the name down in the comments or the notes because I can't remember his name right offhand, even though I watched it a couple of minutes ago. But he was talking about the idea of an unthumbnail, which is not like a lot of people do these really fancy thumbnails, put a lot of effort into them, staged pictures and all that kind of stuff, often with like weird graphics and explosions and what have you. And he was arguing for a much more low effort version of that. But I don't even want to put in that much effort, or at least I find it doubtful that I will. The reason that I'm uploading these things as they are a simple one cut is because I haven't really familiarized myself with modern editing equipment. I did a film school years and years and years ago, but I was working with physical media, and that's fun and all, and I can understand the similarity between that and a non-linear editor. That's the word they use for the kids today. Actually, that was the kids 30 years ago. Who am I kidding? Anyway, I understand how those things work, but when it comes to transitions or layering or green screen or any of the other things that the kids do with these things, I'm massively dating myself by not even knowing what the actual terms are right now. I have yet to really find the time or the effort available to do that kind of thing. But anyways, back to AI. So AI is doing all of these things for us, and it has been helpful. I mean, as I said, I have ADHD, and it is difficult for me sometimes to sustain an effort on my own. So that is why I've used AI, and it's useful in that form. But I'm now finding that the outline for the comic, I need to kind of de-AI a little bit. There's a few things that I just it suggested, and I was like, fine. But looking back on them, I can do better. And so I'm kind of going through it line by line and doing that, which is almost as much effort as actually having written it from scratch, but with fewer decisions involved, except for more decisions, much more smaller and detailed decisions. But it feels less daunting to me than the task of originally coming up with this. Like, we live in a world of instant gratification. I am no exception to this. It has actually contributed to my ability to do things over the year because, as I've said before, again, no attention span. I've been like this since I was quite young. It just wasn't really available as a diagnosis like 60 odd years ago. So not quite 60, 50. Yeah, that's why I am where I am right now. And I wanted to share that with you, the viewers. And I'll share more about what I'm coming up with as things go along. But my hot take, if you will, on AI is that it's useful if we understand how to use it. And to call it really intelligent isn't a thing. It's based on a lot of the things that we intelligent people have done around it, and it's getting smarter. But I kind of don't think it'll get there in a meaningful way unless there's fundamental shifts in the paradigm. But that's actually kind of part of what I'm doing with the apocalypse thing. Apocalyptic thing? There we go. That's what I'm going to call it. In the not too distant future, along with the perfect is the enemy of the good project that I mentioned in previous videos, I'm probably going to show some work with this. I've actually got a potential, well, I've got an illustrator who is likely to help me with this. He might even help me create these unthumbnails. You should really look up the unthumbnails thing. I'll leave a link to it down below. But uh, it's a lot of work, and I'm not ready to do it. So I will show you more stuff in coming videos, but at the moment I just wanted to let you know where I'm thinking about this. So that's all for now. I'm Scott. I have been the noted curmudgeon, and I think I had something approaching a tagline getting out of this, but I can't remember it, so